Evening. Just checking to see where they are. Yeah, poor Kamala. And before, so I'll get onto some other stuff. You know, before the final results of that election came through, and I was telling you about how unhinged, we use that word for today, how unhinged Kamala's support base was, you know, and that was just like a little cut. You know, these are a few people of thousands, or maybe even hundreds of thousands of people that have uploaded their dismay to cackling Kamala not winning the election. You know, these people are absolutely off their tits. You know, very, very sort of strange basement lurking creeps. To people who have got daddy problems and crazy cat women, you know. And no offense to any of you guys, if you're subscribed to a channel like this, you're not crazy. You might be a cat woman, but you're not crazy. And yeah, I was thinking earlier on, because you know, I watched a little bit of some footage on Maya Tusi's one of his videos earlier on of you know, Amsterdam, and what these nut jobs are doing. You know, crazy, absolutely crazy. You know, Islamists stopping people just wanting to just kind of go about the business, you know, just stopping them and asking to look at their passports in case they're Jewish, you know. Now, I don't think this is all. I think it plays a massive part, but I don't think this is all down to conventional radicalisation. I think this is a combination of a very, very fucked up education system combined with social media, and it's taken weak young minds and turned them into irrational, absolute fucking nutjobs. You know, those two things. You know, just attack the young mentally, psychologically, as much as we possibly can, because we need to be able to get the population of the world under complete and total control. And one of the problems that we've got, this is me being them, is that there's a certain generation that will have a lot of influence over people that have been a bit lost and realise they've been lost and start to find themselves, if you know what I mean. And that generation is us. I'll take a screenshot of the so you can, in YouTube Studio, you can go into the analytics, and it gives you loads of stats and bars, and it could all be a load of bollocks, to be honest with you, but I'm sure there's some things in there that they didn't, you know, make a load of bollocks, because it was pointless. It would have been pointless for them if they did. And yeah, it just shows you sort of like the percentage rate of each age group that sort of like as a look through the door of our little tribe, you know. And yeah, so age group and sex. So set a percentage for, and this covers anyone that's watched any of my videos. So it will show you the percentage of each age group, you know, separated by, you know, I don't know, sort of 6-8 years, something like that, maybe less, I can't remember. I'll screenshot it and I'll post it in the community tab, and then it shows you the ratio between female and male viewers. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I'll screenshot them just so you can see this channel from, you know, my side, from this side, you know. We're all at one, and we're all one anyway, you know, one way or another. Yeah, going back to what's happening in Dam, you know, I feel life is. I feel like I might have missed that boat, because I would have loved to have gone there, just out of complete and total curiosity. You know, a country so close to ours, where, you know, they're just so fucking liberal. You know, they just, yeah, do whatever you want as long as it's not harming anyone else or yourself. Just a very interesting culture and place, which is alien to us. You know, you don't go into a normal shop, and buy factory packed, factory sealed, ready-made spliffs of super skunk. Yeah, I mean, that's alien to us. Even though I do believe that cannabis should be legalised, 100%. Yeah, 100%. It's, if used right, it's a herbal remedy in so many ways. Yeah, I could read a list off to you, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, you know, the dam, that was pretty much what it's known for. You know, a fair amount. You know, a lot of people overlook or forget to mention the architecture and the history and the you know, that country's importance to the world, and the lovely people there, you know, laid back, nice people, because they've been able to live a pretty free life. Hence the you know, the cannabis cafes. People are just allowed to just be free, and all of that is getting fucked up by absolute nut jobs that are checking innocent passerbys for ID to make sure that they're not Jewish, you know. It's absolute madness, and because so little has been done about it, I'm not sure about now, but earlier, you know, there's plenty of, it should have been dealt with immediately, really. You know, there should have been a heavy police presence, you know, within a few minutes, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, tops. But there was nothing preventing these groups from doing this. You know, like Nazis were, oh yeah, very similar, yeah. And I think all the channels have kind of made that comparison as well. You know, so I'm not the only one that thinks like that. That these people they're extremists, you know, and yeah, this is why no country wants them. And well, you say, I know I'm on strike. This is what fucks me off, because it's like it's a moral war going on here. And yeah, I don't like being I don't like having my my freedom of speech curtailed in any way, shape or form. You know, it goes against my principles. You know, this, do you know what it reminded me of? There was one other way more major kind of scenario where so the freedom of speech thing, right? And then finding myself having to watch or just think about how I put certain things across. That is not freedom of speech, is it? You know? But the alternative is the channel disappears, you know? So this reminded me a little bit of a similar, but not as bad situation. So when Sal was looking back, she had probably about 3 weeks left. And right from the start, right when she was in there, I refused to wear a mask. I refused. You know? Even though I know it might have stressed Sal out. You know? A little bit. I was good at lifting her back up again, you know? But she knew what I was about. She knew what I was about. And she had a rough idea of what was going on. So she sort of understood, you know? And she knew that I've always been very principled. So, yeah, it made visiting her very difficult. Which could have been made very easy if I'd have complied. So look, just even though I bought a lifetime supply of poo bags, I'm a prepper. What do you expect? You know, I've got enough to clean up after them for maybe even years. Oh, that's another thing. Just make sure you do the absolute best to prep for not just yourselves and your kids, you know, and maybe a few friends or extended family. This is stuff you've got to stay discreet about, you know. He says. Oh. Well, that's different. It's different for me because I'm putting this out there to help you, you know. You don't need to tell anyone what you've got. Yeah, you've got to make sure that you've got yeah, just don't put it about. Don't talk about it too much. Don't go around saying I'm a prepper, you know, because it'll make life a lot more difficult for you further down the line. 100%. So to anyone that you, and there will be some of you out there that have thought, you know what, I wish I'd not mentioned I was a prepper to blah blah blah, and hoping that they forget about it, you know. if it's relatively recent, they won't have forgotten about that. That'll be in the back of their head. Remember, everything that goes in your ears, everything that goes in your eyes is recorded in your head. Everything. This is why I was saying to you that even people that you don't think you're getting through to at all, but you've not given up on them, you know. The stuff that you're coming out with will eventually correlate with reality to them, and all those pieces will fall into place, you know. So with this madness that's happening over there over the last sort of like, you know, 24 hours or so, it's possible. Do you understand my disdain for the police? You know, following the orders, right? So, you know, we've seen how lax the police have been in several countries, you know. Way too passive. America, Canada, England, Guardia in Ireland to some extent. It's happening a lot. And this is what I'm saying. All we've got is each other. We need to unite. Because the police aren't on our side. You know, they're not. I think some of them, like I said before, there are some good cops out there. I know there are. But the vast majority of them, they're a different breed. They're a different breed. And so yeah, work on your right, that's my, you see my headlight flashing, flickering. Hope that didn't give anyone a seizure. A bit of a strobe going on. Oh, so my head torch has just gone out, and I'm coming to the end of my walk anyway. But yeah, start thinking about defence. You know, whether that is self-defence, which is, you know, it's if you look around, there's going to be a club near you. I'm telling you. And then a lot of these clubs offer you for the first night for free, so you can get a feel for it, see what you reckon as well. So, you know, it's free. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. You go to a keep fit class for fuck all, and maybe even make a few friends there, you know, and but learn a few skills that could save your life further down the line. You know, kickboxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, whatever, judo. So getting involved in a martial art would be good, or some sort of self-defense. I would get that done first and foremost, because the fitness that's required will boost your mental health, and then your mental health can take care of thinking clearly about how to defend your home. You know, these I just think these are things that, you know, should be talked about well in advance. Just so that you're prepared, you know, just so you're prepared. I think I went off on a few tangents there. I've had a few vodkas. It's Friday night, it's all weekend. I had a few vodkas. The girls have been out once already today, and I just knew that I'd be able to have a proper chilled walk, because there's absolutely no one else around. You know, I can chill out, I can relax, I don't have to put them on the lead, and they get to expel. It's something like 7 times more energy when they're off the lead. 7 times. And they're complex mammals just like us. If they don't get regular stimulation, you know, preferably all forms, so physical, you know, like running around, getting it all out of the system. Well, there's quite a list actually. But yeah, they if they don't get stimulation and exercise, they start to, you know, lose motivation, and you know, there is doggy mental health. There is. And the only people that can put that right is us. It's our job. You know? It's just like parents, kids. So yeah, please make sure that you're prepping for your dogs and your cats proper. I've been looking at a few books. I don't even know why it's took me this long, to be honest. But I've been looking at a few books and doing a bit of research on a few books of like a dog version of like home remedy, holistic, homeopathic. Because there are people out there that have done doctorates in this, you know, gone down a different route, just like some doctors. You know, they didn't want to be a slave to Big Pharma anymore. They knew that there was a better way. So yeah, anyway, books. Get some books on, you know, natural remedies, and or hang on, and then I'll buy a couple, and I'll do a video on it, and I'll tell you what I think. I'll give you an honest review on these books. But I won't be obviously be buying one for cats or a fucking bearded dragon, you know. It will just be dogs. So yeah, it's just something to think about. If you can fix your furry family member at home naturally, or at least give it a go, you know, in a situation where it's actually possible, where there might not be any services for them at all. So, you know, you're it. You're the vet. I've got, you know, do you know what? If I weighed my bunch of keys in, if I weighed them in, I reckon I'd get about a tenner. There's so much stuff on there that needs to be on there. Right, I'm going in. Just thought I'd say hi and have a bit of a chat. A few things to think about, you know, for all of us, myself included. More so. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Much love. Ciao for now.